There are going to be two names on this ballot and maybe a few other randos on there as well. This is a binary choice between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. But in many ways, I think this election is not about Joe Biden and Donald Trump. It's about all of us and what kind of country we want to keep building for ourselves. If you go back and look at the arc of our country, we have always made progress. Now, there have been chapters in our American story where we've taken 2 steps forward and then we've taken a step back. And I think for a lot of people, it feels like we're in one of those step back moments right now. But if you look at the progress we've made in this country, it hasn't always been made by people who occupy the White House or governors or people with titles. It's ordinary Americans rising up, demanding more, seeking justice, seeking something a little bit better for their kids than the way they had it. And so when people go vote this November, I urge them not just to look at the binary choice of candidates, but think about the kind of country we want to build. Do we want it to be decent and honorable, where we expand freedom, where we don't contract it? Do we want it to be a place where no matter what you look like, where you come from, who you love, who you pray to, you feel like you have a shot here? Maybe there's not absolute perfect equity and equality, but you feel like you got a shot, where the system, as we've been talking about, is a little fairer, whether it's in our schools or in our criminal justice system. I think this election in many ways is a reflection on each of us and the kind of country we want to build. Now listen, I think if we want to build that kind of country, there's only one choice in this election, and that's Joe Biden, a guy who's focused on expanding freedoms, a guy who's decent, a guy who's honorable. I think the other choice is a dramatic reversal. I said before, 2 steps forward, maybe 1 step back at times in our arc of history. I fear if Donald Trump is given the keys to the White House again, it's not maybe 1 step back, it's multiple steps back. And it's going to take us a generation to recover from that. And so I think when you go to the polls this year, yeah, of course, I'm voting for Joe Biden. I'm endorsing Joe Biden. I hope you vote for Joe Biden. But I hope you think about yourself, and I hope you think about the arc of history and the way that it has gone and your responsibility to continue the progress in this nation.